Hey everyone, welcome to another video for the channel. Sometimes it feels like the US is second fiddle to Europe when new street bikes get launched years before they find their way to our shores. Such is the case with Honda's CB750 Hornet, which was announced all the way back in 2022 at the Intermot show in Cologne. But there are some advantages to these delays, as the Hornet that also shares a platform with the Transalp has already received some updates that the US market benefits from right away. So while we may never understand the delayed deployment of the 2025 CB750 Hornet, we're quite excited for its tardy arrival. When the Hornet and Transalp platform were launched, it was another example of Honda smartly creating multiple machines from the same DNA that appeal to totally different riders. In the case of the Hornet, it follows in the footsteps of the Honda CB600F and CB900F that were wildly popular in Europe but never found great success in the US. But over the years, US buyers have finally warmed to the idea of naked bikes, and the timing of the Hornet 750 couldn't be better, especially when you look at the $8,000 price tag. The go-to engine configuration for so many new models these days continues to be dominated by the parallel twin. Reasons for the shift towards this layout are numerous, but in a nutshell, it comes down to reduced complexity, which lowers manufacturing costs, improved emissions, and conveniently, real-world riding power delivery. Displacement for the Hornet 750's engine actually measures 755 cc's with 87.0 by 63.5 mm bore and stroke dimensions. Like so many parallel twins and those in Honda's range, this unit features 270-degree crank phasing, delivering an uneven firing order that mimics the delivery of a V-twin. The cylinders feature a nickel silicon carbide coating, as found in the CBR 1000RR as R. The compression ratio is set at a fairly conservative 11.0 to 1. Like the twins in the Africa Twin and NT1100, this Hornet features an unicam design which actuates a pair of 35mm intake and 29mm exhaust valves per cylinder. The engine is fed by a pair of 46mm throttle valves controlled by Honda's PGM-FI, and the brand specifies a maximum power of 90 horsepower and a torque of 75 Nm, enough to have fun in the city and on the highway. Unlike so many modern bikes with this engine configuration, the Hornet uses a more traditional-looking exhaust system with a single silencer exiting on the right side. It doesn't take more than a block or so to appreciate the delivery of the 755's power around the city. In this environment, the bottom to mid-range torque is easily accessible and makes navigating urban congestion relaxed and easy. The clutch pull is light, while the standard up-down quick shifter helps deliver smooth shifts even at very low RPMs. The Hornet delivers very good freeway performance, slay the on-ramp, and then settle into the flow with the counterbalanced engine very smooth with minimal vibes, especially at those mid-range revs tend to sit on the highway. On the Hornet, an experienced rider can absolutely wring the parallel twin's neck and have a really great time without feeling like they should throw it on the trailer and head to track day. That's not to say that the 750 is slow or lacks performance, it's just that the way the engine makes power rewards corner exits and roll-on performance. On the Hornet 750, if the tach is sitting at 5,000 RPM when you exit a corner, the available torque grunts you out of the corner with ease without having to dance on the shift lever. Dip the clutch and little floater wheelies are at your beckoning. When it comes to electronics, Honda definitely plays to the audience. Many modern motorcycles have become so complex in terms of electronic rider aids and features as to be almost overwhelming. There is, of course, a place for that complexity on certain bikes, like a track-oriented homologation sport bike or even on an open-class adventure bike. But on a middleweight naked that will likely spend more time commuting than strafing apexes, keeping it simple makes a lot of sense. The Hornet has just about everything it needs and almost everything you would want. There are 3 fixed ride modes, including rain, standard, and sport, and a user mode that allows you to adjust the engine power, engine brake, and Honda Selectable Torque Control, HSTC, with integrated wheelie control. You can also switch HSTC off entirely, which also importantly eliminates wheelie control. The Hornet has a ride-by-wire throttle to allow these modes, but doesn't have a 6-axis IMU, so there isn't lean-sensitive traction control or ABS. This model comes standard with an up-down quick shifter, which offers 3 levels of adjustment for both up and down shifts: soft, medium, and hard. Those settings essentially control how much pressure it takes to trigger the shift and can be tuned to preference. Beyond that, you get an easy-to-read full-color TFT that offers some customization for viewing preference. The left bar control pod is intuitive and easy to use and allows the rider to scroll through modes and screens on the fly and to alter settings when parked. For those who want to utilize turn-by-turn navigation, Honda's RoadSync app can be tethered to the dash via Bluetooth and offers multiple other features as well. If there is an area where Honda elected to save money and keep this bike's price at bargain level, it's the chassis. At the bike's core is a steel diamond frame with an integrated subframe. The wheelbase measures 1.420 millimeters, or 55.9 inches, while a sporty 25 degrees of rake and 3.9 inches of trail are aimed at snappy handling. Suspension is very basic front and rear. The fork is a Showa separate function big piston unit with no provisions for adjustability and 130 millimeters, or 5.1 inches of travel. At the rear is a Showa Pro Link monoshock with 7 stages of preload adjustability and identical travel to the front. The braking is handled by a pair of radial mount 4-piston Nissin calipers, squeezing 296mm discs at the front, while a 240mm rotor and single-piston caliper are used at the rear. Attractive cast aluminum wheels with Y-shaped spokes measure 3.5 and 4.5 inches wide front and rear and come with either Michelin or Dunlop rubber in 120/70/17 front and 160/60/17 rear sizes, respectively. Out on the road, the riding position is upright and neutral with a comfortable bend at the legs and a very accessible 31.1-inch or 800mm seat height that makes it easy to find firm footing around town. Also, we discovered that, despite the lack of adjustability from the CB750 suspension, Honda did a great job of finding the right compromise between comfort for rough pavement around town and damping when ridden at a sporty pace. Like we said about the engine, the 750 has such a fun and playful character when riding a twisty road, and so much of that is a result of the bike's 422-pound or 191 kilograms wet weight. The upright and comfortable moto-style handlebar provides good leverage, and when combined with the bike's light overall weight, allows it to be flicked into and out of corners with minimal effort. This is also a huge factor in what makes it such a good around-town machine, allowing quick and accurate steering when a pothole or pedestrian jumps out at you. When you look at Honda's or any company's naked or standard sport bike offerings, the 700 to 800cc range is the sweet spot between price, performance, and practicality. If you're looking for a sporty motorcycle that can grind through the daily commute to work or school, provides fun performance for weekend rides, and one that costs less than most mid-range mountain bikes, then you are clearly the intended CB750 Hornet buyer. Currently, the CB750 Hornet 2025 is available, depending on the country, in 4 different colors: matte metallic black or matte pearl white, metallic blue, and metallic silver, and it is already available at the brand's dealerships globally. Thank you for watching the video to the end. Don't forget to like and share this video on your social media or with friends who might find this information useful. Drive safely, and we'll see you in the next video.